I saw this the other day on Amazon Video or whatever. It's Nicolas Cage, and he's helping. It's supposed to be a biblical thing, but when I asked my pastor friend, he said this was bullshit and that it's basically Bible fan fiction. So I remember what he said. Right, it's when King Herod is killing the babies or whatever, and Nicolas Cage is with Mary and the baby, and they're trying to get away from these people. And this movie could have been a lot better, but it's just like there's a lot of like weird stuff, and you're just like, for instance, Mary is a black woman on here, and I'm just gonna ruin it. Well, no, not ruin it. Here, let me put this thing for the spoilers. Let me. So, before I get into this, I just want to say that the movie is watchable. There's no gay crap. There's no trannies or weirdos or any of that shit. It's just like a biblical story. It reminds me of Passion of the Christ, but like it's like a crappier version of it. So the majority of the movie is Nicolas Cage with Jesus as a kid and Mary, and they're on the run from demons, and they go to well, my friend said they went to Egypt, I guess, but it looked like Israel, some village in Israel. And then there's this like biblical scholar guy, and he's teaching about the Bible, and he's trying to get these kids to rehearse these terms and all these things, and warning them about the demons and all this stuff. And the Jesus kid is getting irritated with the teacher because the teacher is getting things wrong, and he's like, well, how do you know what's right? And like, I'm the teacher and all this. And then he tells him when he's gonna die and how he's gonna die. And then the teacher freaks out and thinks he's possessed, and it goes downhill from there. And there's some girl he's trying to nail, and she gets possessed or something. And then they start putting all the possessed people down in this valley and chaining them up. And then there's this recurring theme with this like British retard girl. That's the best way I can explain her. And she keeps trying to befriend the Jesus kid and making him do things like they come across a leper at this one point, and then she's telling him like, go ahead, touch him, like you can heal him and all this. And it's like, I don't have the power to heal and all this. And so she pushes him onto the onto the leper. He falls onto the leper, but it's just the side of his head touches it, like not his skin really. And he gets up, and then the girl's laughing and she runs away. And then the leper guy comes to the people in the village, and they're like screaming leper, and it's like, no, the guy got healed, like he healed the guy. And then the Jesus kid figures out like he can heal people and all this. And there's just a lot of weird stuff on here. So he decides, the Jesus kid decides to go down to the valley where they got all the possessed people chained up. And that chick's down there that he's trying to nail, and she's deaf. So he goes down there, and he starts talking to the deaf chick, and she starts talking to him. So he knows that she's deaf. So this is a demon talking. So he sticks his hand in her mouth and pulls out this gigantic snake. And it's just this, I don't know, it's just very weird. Just strange things like that. Like, it's just a lot of weirdness. So then the British retard chick shows up again, and then she's explaining to him that he's the child of God and all this. And So he goes to Nicolas Cage and he's like, "Tell me who my dad is," and all this. And he goes, "I know it's not." He goes, "No, I am your father," and all this. And he goes, "Bullshit." And then he gets bit by the snake that he freed from that lady that he's trying to nail. And then he heals Nicolas Cage up from snake venom. And he's like, "Oh, your dad is God. Sorry, I didn't. You weren't supposed to know, or whatever." So then the kid runs off and starts hanging out with the girl, the British retard girl. And then she's like, "I want to show you something." And she takes him to this lake where there's like this cave or something. And she goes, "Go over here, look into that." So he goes over and looks into this thing, and it looks like the Last Jedi movie where there was that hole in the ground. But they show inside of the hole, and it's a bunch of like dead people on fire, like crawling around or something. Like, I don't know. It was. So she's like, "Do you know what this means?" And he's like, "Yes, you are Satan, and you're here to torment me," or whatever. And it's just. I'm trying, man. Like it's just. It could have. It had possibilities, but they just. So then Nicolas Cage shows up and he finds the Jesus kid again, and he starts trying to exorcise Satan or whatever. And then she hits him with a rock and knocks him down, and then takes this piece of wood and stabs him with it. And then Jesus starts trying to choke Satan or whatever, like nearly killing Satan, which is for some reason a British autistic girl, which is I don't understand it. It's just go figure. So he chokes her out, but doesn't kill her, and then he runs over to heal Nicolas Cage, but he can't do it because he's like he just dies. But before he dies, he's like, "You can't kill her. We have to be better than her," and all this, and I don't know. Nicolas Cage made this movie. That's the other thing. What is this rated? 4.5 out of 10. I think I would give it personally a 3. Like, Nicolas Cage is a pretty good actor, but this movie is just. I don't know. It could have been like way better. It's just how the way they made it. And then the thing with the satanic girl and all that. It I don't know. But yeah, Nicolas Cage made this. He directed it and everything. I don't know. I guess he was trying to make his version of the Passion of the Christ. What, I don't know, but it didn't work. That's all I can tell you. But like I said, it is watchable. It's just kind of boring. It's not very good. You're just like questioning a lot of things, and I don't know. Anyways, that's it. It's just I'd rather watch season 2 of Spider Noir than this again. It's just a lot of bad. When actors decide to be directors, it's not 9 out of 10 times. That's not a good thing. Like, I don't know what it is. They just. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye.